Hi Crypto Devs, Liarco here. Today is time for a speedrun video about how to use the ERC721 Collection project by the Ashlip's Lab version 2. So I'm gonna cover all the steps and go from start to finish, but I will also leave you the links and the references to all the detailed videos about each step. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm assuming you already have the dependencies installed on your machine and configured properly. If that's not the case, don't worry, you will find the links in the description to videos that show you how to do that on all the main operating systems, so Windows, Mac OS, or even Linux. So the next step now is to download the source code. So you can do that either from the releases section, and you can download the zip file, or you can also use Git, of course. So I'm gonna use Git in my case. I'm just cloning the repo, and I'm cloning that to the Speedrun folder. Let's wait for it to finish, and then I can type code Speedrun in order to open Visual Studio Code inside that folder. Okay, as you can see here, we have a dedicated folder for the smart contract, which is an art app project. And we also have a folder for the minting dApp, which is a basic React app. So if you want to know more about the folder structure of the whole project, I have a dedicated video where I go much more into detail. Now let's open a terminal, and I'm gonna show you a quick tip about split terminals. If we split the screen, after we change directory to the smart contract, the new terminal is gonna be on the smart contract folder as well. So now if we try to move to the minting dApp folder, it's not gonna work because we are inside of the smart contract folder. So we have to go back one step and then minting dApp. Now I'm simply installing the dependencies typing yarn in both terminals. You can also do that at the same time. Now it's time for the first real step, which is giving a custom name to our contract. The command for this is yarn rename-contract, and then you can type your custom name. Remember, it must be Pascal case. This command will change the contract name in different places, but that's fine. Now let's take a look at the configuration file. I'm gonna change just a few parameters here, and I'm also adding the CID of my hidden metadata. I'm lowering the prices because I don't want to waste a lot of testing ETH. And I'm gonna leave the marketplace log as default because in this quick example it doesn't make much difference. If you want to know more about the configuration, for instance you want to support a blockchain other than Ethereum, then I have a dedicated video for that. Please remember, if you see the white dot up there, then your file is not saved and you will get in trouble when verifying the contract. Now let's add some addresses in the whitelist. The ones that you already see here are just example wallets and you can remove them, but please remember you need at least 2 for this to work properly. Now let's copy the .env.example file to .env. In this example, I'm gonna use Truffle dashboard in order to send my transactions to the blockchain, so I don't need any RPC endpoint as well as the private keys. I can remove these variables completely. Please do not leave them empty, otherwise the code is not gonna work. I set the CID for the revealed collection as well as the Block Explorer API key. You can find further information in my detailed videos. Now that the configuration is set, we can open a terminal in the background and run Truffle dashboard. On the dashboard, we can connect our wallet and confirm the current network. At that point, Truffle dashboard will be ready to receive transactions. Time to deploy the contract. The command is easy: yarn deploy --network and then Truffle. Since I'm using Truffle dashboard, of course I have to check out each transaction there and also confirm that on MetaMask. Once done, I immediately get my contract address on the terminal, and I can copy it and update the configuration. At this point, the dApp will be able to connect to the contract correctly. so we can start the dev server and test it out. So here is the default dApp. It works, the data is fine, but the contract is paused. But before opening the sale, there is one step that I highly recommend you do immediately, and that's verifying the contract. Now that we have the address, we are able to go to Etherscan and check out the contract there. As you can see, the contract is not verified yet. Let's do it. The command for this is super easy. Yarn, verify, the contract address, and then --network truffle. If you don't do this immediately after deployment, you might get into troubles. Because even if you just change a little thing in the contract or in the contract configuration, the verification data won't match anymore. So you won't be able to verify your contract. So please pay huge attention to this. Deploy the contract and then verify it immediately. The contract has been verified successfully, and Etherscan will confirm that as well. Now it's time to mint some tokens. Let's open a whitelist sale. Some commands may require more than one transaction. In that case, you have to process them on Truffle dashboard and also confirm them on MetaMask one by one. If you want to know more about what's happening, you can always keep an eye on the terminal. There, you will find information about every single step. Now, if I refresh the dApp, I will be able to mint. Let's do it. The transaction appears on Etherscan, and the token will show up on OpenSea as well. Now let's close the whitelist sale and open the pre-sale. If you want to know all the available commands, you can watch the dedicated video. Now that the contract is paused again, let's open the pre-sale. Okay, now let's mint another 2 tokens. The pre-sale and the public sale are basically the same thing, just with different configuration. So in order to move from one to the other, you don't really have to close the previous one and open the new one. You can simply run the open transaction. But please pay attention, that's not true if you're moving from the whitelist sale to any other sale. The public sale allows us to mint a lot more tokens. Let's mint 5 of them. And with another 4 tokens, we're gonna go sold out. And there it is. The collection is now sold out. On OpenSea we can see all the tokens, but all of them are in the hidden state. Let's close the public sale so the contract will be paused forever. And at this point, we are ready to reveal. The command is yarn reveal -- network truffle. All the tokens on OpenSea have to be refreshed manually, so it might take some time. And that's all for this video. I really hope there will be no more confusion about the differences between version 1 and version 2, but if you still have questions, please let me know in the comments. So subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Thank you for watching, and bye!